Pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The ball carrier.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
From the 27, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. Prescott. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Try and run for it without it. Well, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose for it. And the Rams have got it going the other way. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Goff. This is intercepted. He's picked up near his own 48, the 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Makes the score Cowboys 7, Rams nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, gone. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Goff now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Folks, remember this, his first NFL game, a rookie getting playing time here in week 1, and he comes through with a giant play there, an interception return for, obviously, his first NFL touchdown.
Do you think he dreamed that last night at all? No chance. Not one whatsoever, but he got it done.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On first down, it's gone. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. The rookie CeeDee Lamb, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. It's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
So, as mentioned, Charles, the regular season debut of this really beautiful new stadium in Inglewood, going to be housing the Rams and the Chargers, who play next week. But what do you think? What's your first impression of it?
Oh, it's awfully favorable, Brandon, when you think about what's gone into putting this stadium together, the thought process, putting together two teams, the Rams and the Chargers, and what they would like to see in the stadium, and making sure it all comes together. Plus the way that they've done things with how they're lighting this place so that it feels like an outdoor stadium even though it's an indoor field. You've got to give these people a ton of credit for putting this all together. A great place to house these two teams. The Rams getting their shot here against the Cowboys. Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
20-yard line.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Our quarterback matchup here is certainly one that bears watching. Dak Prescott and Jared Goff, they finished 2nd and 3rd in the NFL in passing yards a year ago behind Jameis Winston. Prescott at 4,902, and then Goff at 4,638.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
37-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Nothing our score after 1.
Cowboys 21. Rams nothing.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he stopped immediately there.
He's brought down by Terrell Burgess.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
He'll go underneath here to Elliott.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
12 yards there and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
To Ezekiel Elliott.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him early but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. From the 39, Prescott. Oh, ball batted in the air. Now it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
That'll be caught by Kupp. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Cooper Kupp had a big season in 2019. Also saw the emergence of tight end Tyler Higbee for the Rams. He really jumped up his game about the last month of the season. But when it came time to ring the bell and get into the end zone, the Rams still looked towards Kupp. 10 touchdowns in 2019, runs his routes with great precision and intelligence.
Down left side of the swing pass. That one a first down pickup of 8. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Quick toss by Goff is complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Goff, that's taken in, complete to Reynolds.
Complete to Johnson.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
1st and 10.
Now, I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
At the 41.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Prescott. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
And it's 3rd down.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig.
Oh, my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
23-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return will stop right around the 25. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Goff. They'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again is Goff. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Goff throwing again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
And 6 yards to go.
To the air again. Goff. Man open. It's Kupp. He's got it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
First and 10 at the 20.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll move the chains.
The 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Goff's throw here finds Woods. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. There, it's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to go for it. It's gone. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. Again, Goff. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, Goff. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They give it off here to the tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Rams 47.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Prescott now. Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
First down carry by Elliott. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Eight yards to go on second down.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think that part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. Goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Goff. That'll be caught by Kupp. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They go ahead and snap it. Goff, airing it out deep for Wood. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, LA. Robert Woods, 46 yards. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown. touchdown.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go to Elliott again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
1st down, Cowboys.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Dallas.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Cowboys 34, Rams 17. Greg Zuerlein.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Goff. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Up into the last 5 weeks of the 2019 season, if you had said, who is Tyler Higbee? You might have got some blank stares back, but down the stretch, only Julio Jones and Michael Thomas had more targets in the final month of the 2019 season. A breakout year for Tyler Higbee. He expects to continue those types of numbers and beyond going forward.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you.
So for the Cowboys, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.